Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining. I'm Ola, and on the other side, we have my friend Dan, and this is our channel, To See or Not to See, where we share movie reviews. No spoilers, no ratings, just our opinions on whether a film is worth seeing or not, perhaps. Today's film is Sinners by Ryan Coogler. Sinners is a movie which starts out being about two boys returning to their hometown in the South. Then it turns into something completely different, which we may discuss later. Dan, is this a film worth seeing?
In the first opening minute or so, you get a hint that it might be a very special film. It is said right in the beginning. However, it isn't until the second half of the film that it completely changed character. From a calm and restrained film to dealing with supernatural phenomena with ghosts as central elements.
Mm-hmm.
I normally don't like film that don't follow the laws of reality. In this case, however, I make an exception. I would say that the first half of the film is excellent, second half only acceptable, despite being very well executed.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, let's put it this way. I agree with you. The first half is outstanding. The second half is, I say, it's less than acceptable, but I would not recommend it because of this shift in tone, because it's really two completely different stories in one movie, and I would tend to think that if you enjoy one kind, you will not necessarily enjoy the other kind.
I agree.
You agree, yeah. So
Yeah.
for me, it's a hard one to recommend, really. A very hard one to recommend. But what about the characteristics of this movie?
Yeah, the first
is there anything
half,
worth
yes.
because it's such a mix? What can you say about that?
Yeah, the first half is a drama film.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know the main characters and their personalities, but the second half of the film it changed dramatically. It's about supernatural horror, dead people who are alive and so on, vampires. And some action scenes are not in the main theme, but they do really occur, especially in the second half, together with violence and a lot of blood.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. It's a mix, right?
Yes.
That's fair to say. Yeah.
Have you more about the story?
Well, once again, it's two stories, and I think the first one is compelling. The first one engaged you. It's about two young men of color returning from a large city to their hometown in the South to start a club for people who wishes to listen to music and dance. And that's the beginning of it, and it's wonderfully told. It's wonderfully executed. So that's one story, and that suddenly the film shifts in one specific scene. It shifts from being about the two young men and their dream to being about vampires and what are we going to do about them. I have yet to see a vampire movie which is not about how do we get away from them, how do we kill them, or what's going to happen next. And that's basically the story. So unfortunately, the first half of the film is an interesting story, compelling one. The second half, in my view, not so much. But once again, we've said it before, we have two completely different films in one film actually here. But Dan, now having said this, you usually look at the technical aspects of a movie. Do you have any comments there?
Yes, in all films I try to study the camera, and this is a steady camera throughout the entire film, and that's important for me. I don't like shaky cameras, but this is a steady camera, and some very special with the time between cuts. Length of the normal shot has a wide range from 2 seconds up to 30 seconds. That's quite that's not the normal for a movie.
No.
But this makes the film both calm and rushed at the same time. Very very pleasant to watch. And the film features a very stylish and very carefully crafted settings, and it's beautifully. And
I agree with you there. It's beautiful to watch. You can almost turn the sound off and you just watch the pictures. Yes, I agree with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the brain and heart, Ola?
Brain and heart for this one. I will say there is very little brain to be engaged in here. I say for the first half of the movie, it's a lot of heart. I was very much engaged in the two young men coming back to their hometown, as I was in all the other people showing up in the story. They were compelling, they were engaging, they great actors. So for me, it was a lot of heart, and I was actually, until things changed, I was very much looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. That's one possible way of making a good movie. You invest feelings in the story and in the characters, and that's what I did in the first half. So very little brain, a lot of heart. As for the second half, not much brain either, and I'm not sure there is so much heart. There's not much of neither actually. Possibly a little disgust because of all. And I'm serious saying this, because of all the violence and all the blood. So there we have it.
Yeah, I would say watch it if you enjoy great acting and beautiful setting. But be aware, you must put up with some not supernatural part of the film. That's a must to enjoy it.
Yep, that's your point. My verdict is skip this movie. There are better vampire movies and there are better dramas.
I don't agree fully. It's an excellent movie, even though I don't enjoy supernatural elements in film. But it's 2C for me.
It's a 2C for you?
Yes.
Excellent. Well, I think that's it for today, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
From Dan and Ola.